Hi guys, I'm Mark Market. Make sure like and subscribe for more.
Are about to go out. Pecco Bagnaia is starting from the front row thanks to that pole position from yesterday. All hell will break loose in a few moments.
That's Jorge Martin running a tight
period sequence of results is going to continue. I think it's already out of the question. He's currently showing 12th.
leads by nearly 3/4 of a second over Aleix Espargaro, who's had a superb first lap. A stunner from the Spaniard. He was fifth on the grid. He got
to 6th position with his teammate Joan Mir, who's down outside the points at the moment.
So Aleix in his second sector. That's right at the top end of the circuit as he comes now through Steckenval. And Yai's advantage has been reduced already down to half a second.
Up to this point, Bezzecchi looking as if he's got eyes on 4th place and going past Jorge Martin. Fastest lap of the race to Aleix Espargaro, who pulls 0.3 of a second back on Pecco Bagnaia. Martin now is behind.
Put his faith and backed Marco Bezzecchi, didn't he? And that faith has not been misplaced at all in the early stages of this Dutch TT. We're right on board with a lap number 3. This is where Alex Rins passed out of the lead back in 2019, very early on. There is Bezzecchi there. What's the gap between him and Quartararo now? Vargas Miller comes in from his long lap penalty. He recovered from a long lap in Germany last weekend to take a podium. That'll be a big ask now they're here.
Miller, as he now gets ready to resume his charge through the field, 10th position for him. Here are the tyre choices on your screen. There were a couple.
And they'll bank it hard left through the ramshock still. High speed, high lean angle through this 4th gear left-hander, and then now coming into the striking distance now the Aprilia man.
Fastest rider on track though is Marco Bezzecchi in 4th position. The 3 leaders up ahead are all lapping.
Quartararo's gone down! A rare mistake from the world champion out the factory Yamaha, but at turn number 5, high drama indeed here in Assen. Fabio
Quartararo goes for the dive at the inside and contact with Aleix Espargaro.
Underneath Quartararo. Thankfully, Aleix Espargaro did stay on board. I remember back in 2000, I just wonder whether it's perhaps too damaged for him to continue. Quartararo then came over the line in
the pit board that Pecco Bagnaia expected to be seeing to a gap down back to the 72. His long lap penalty could be enough. He's now been handed a double long lap penalty. He served the first of them, but the 2
just keen to get on with it there because he saw Bagnaia just starting to stretch away. Quattraro also been getting a message about how quickly footing the Premier Class is a rookie sensation back in 2019, but he'll know that, he'll admit it, that was a big mistake.
Much slower than the leader, so Quattraro is going to have to rely on some drama up ahead of him if he's to score points. Only he had
What's been a really tough period, probably one of the toughest periods of his Grand Prix career after his involvement in the top 10.
Aleix Espargaro is starting to make some progress, then he's now past Alex Marquez, so he's Aleix Espargaro, but he does still have the opportunity to claw back some points on Fabio Quattraro. Here's how it looks from the rear of Pecco Bagnaia up ahead.
Well,
That's also a struggle.
Well, what a horrible day it's been at Telsport. No points for the factory Yamaha team.
As it stands at the moment, we're heading for a podium walkout for Ducati. We have Bagnaia leading from Beck.
That wasn't self-inflicted, was it, after Quattraro's blunder? He will at the moment be recovering the work to do to then claw his way back into Enea Bastianini, who's circulating in 12th place. Aleix Espargaro currently 2.5 seconds. Now, that was a big one. Wow, that is a very second
opportunity for Pecco Bagnaia. Little did he realise when he crashed out of the German Grand Prix last week ago, as Fabio Quattraro does now enter.
To his crew chief Diego Ghiberlini. Wonder actually here whether Quattraro will maybe come back into the pits again, but there's going to be no points.
Further up ahead of him that brings him back into contention, and maybe he can steal a point or two, but it's not looking.
GP. He's 1.6 seconds now behind Jorge Martin. You just wonder moving his way towards the top 10. That's 12th now for the Aprilia man.
Yeah, looking ahead of him, he's lapping 3/10 quicker.
To ride on board with the Italian because he found a 1:32.654, his best lap of the Grand Prix so far, and that pushes him a second. Fabio Quattraro has gone down again. Well, high drama again. Fabio Quattraro, 22. He's really in pain as well. That was a big one. Was that a high side coming out of the Struben? It is. It's a second crash in turn 5. Assen as Fabio Quattraro crashes twice. Yes, twice in the Dutch TT.
He's barely put on our timing screens. He's currently running in 7th position. That's going to drop him now behind Miguel Oliveira. So Nakagami, who's exceeded
Water rivals, they're potentially on course for no points, going finishing this Dutch team. Fabio Quattraro a little bit fortunate to walk away from that one, but it's the first blot has done here in Holland. There will be no more Dutch delight for Quattraro after his brilliant dominant win here 1 year ago. Further back then in the
not a very long straight, he's on the outside line, and Zarco should be able to get on the brakes and hold that one off into turn 1, but Joan Mir further into play. Here he is now at the back of this trio. Aleix Espargaro now will be looking to attack into Ramshook, and he moves past Zarco, the second man in
rain spots on the camera through turn number 12. There are the rain flags then. We've had an incredibly dramatic, we've still got a long way to go here. 9.5 laps. Are we moving towards King? How scary would that be? Now then, this Dutch TT can be turned completely on its head here. Pecco Bagnaia at the start of lap 80. He's already lost places to Binder and to Miller. Binder and Miller, slick tyres.
He's pulled 2/10 back now on Marco Bezzecchi, but we'll track it on this lap, because if you're leading moment,
you've got to have some supreme confidence to throw a 300 horsepower MotoGP bike into the 6-gear Hogerheide with the chicane and over the start-finish line. The rain flags are being waved. It's advantage Bagnaia by 1.4 seconds. Aleix Espargaro's
pretty good pace out here, and you can see what it's done to that leading pack. Jorge Martin has plummeted down the order as a result of
as well coming into the pits. I don't think it was for a bike swap, but the way his body language was, he was looking pretty frustrated. It looks like the end of his group. He is about 0.8 of a second adrift of Viñales in 3rd, so they've still got the confidence to push hard. Well, it's a dry track, isn't it? But the rain hasn't come heavy enough as yet to sort of see them back off to any great extent. Bagnaia then now just stretched out to 1.5 seconds. He took nearly half a second away from Bezzecchi as Miller on the end.
A big points haul against the odds still coming in for Aleix Espargaro.
Yeah, well, having been in the grass and the gravel at turn base, still keeping tabs as he uses Binder and Miller as a reference directly ahead of him. There was Aleix Espargaro.
8th, 9th and 10th, which includes his teammate Alex Rins. It's Mir from Oliveira from Rins. Enea Bastianini's tough weekend hasn't going to score too many points today either. Fabio Di Gianantonio is in 14th position, and the last point at the moment
quite comfortably by the poleman Pecco Bagnaia. Well, 133 flat comes in from the Italian. That's again
In VR46, is he about to come home here at Assen for a second place finish? And
control and command of this Grand Prix. It would be a bit harsh for him to lose it. If podium away here late on from the Aprilia man, he's building momentum. Chicane, is Miller going to be close to attack? The Spaniard on the brakes at the first corner. No, Viñales really good on the front end of that Aprilia.
so two key.
Let's take a look at the final classification of the MotoGP race before the traditional podium ceremony.